What's going on, guys? My name is Miguel Leal for MRC Latino, and today I'm being joined by Clara del Villar, who is the Director of Senior Initiatives for Freedomworks Foundations. Thank you for joining us.
Miguel, I'm delighted to be here today.
So, Clara, I had a question for you. How is the economy benefiting Americans 55 and older?
Well, basically, we're seeing certainly employment rates and economic activity among the 55 and older population at the highest level that we've seen in decades. So there's no question that revenue and income and certainly employment prospects are very solid in that demographic.
That's awesome. Clara, it is often said that the economy is benefiting rich white old men. Do you think that's the case? If that's not the case, who else is it benefiting and how?
Well, certainly that is indeed the case. But happily, we're seeing a very expansive economic benefit trickling down to certainly Latinos. The Hispanic community is experiencing the lowest unemployment rate in history in the United States. 4.2% unemployment among Latinos is actually a historical number. And we're very happy to say that Latino population is very well represented in the small and medium-sized business category, which is roaring along, and across the vast spectrum. So I see a lot of activity, certainly in the women-led businesses. Women are well represented. So this economic activity that has been actually the economic boom has been going on for 10 years. It reached the 10-year mark at the end of July. So we've seen a broad range of activity benefiting everyone.
So do you think there's a direct correlation with the unemployment rate and Latinos buying more houses and such right now?
Without question, Miguel, there is a very direct correlation between that going on, and actually at a very good crossroads, because home buying activity in the general population in the middle America category has been slowing down precipitously because of affordability gaps. So the Hispanic population has filled that gap and is showing a lot of strength.
That's awesome. Clara, what do you think about the yield curve inverting? Should we be scared about a recession?
Well, you raise a very important point, because historically, Miguel, an inverted yield curve is certainly alarming to people when they look at the economic environment. But in this case, I think that it is a technical reaction to fear that's going on, perhaps abroad. There are riots going on in Hong Kong. The Chinese trade tensions have certainly caused some strength. Europe is slowing down. You know, we even had, you might have seen, Argentina had a very dramatic fall, a 37% fall in the peso. So that makes people afraid. When they're afraid, they go immediately into bonds. This is not a good time to buy bonds at 1.5%. 10-year treasuries are really not offering enough value for an investment opportunity.
Gotcha. So what about home buying? Like, should I be worried about buying a house?
I think in the right areas, certainly in the South, I think, and across the West, I think home buying opportunities are certainly solid. I think that with mortgage rates probably approaching all-time lows, I think a home is a good investment. Now, in the urban areas, on the East Coast, on the West Coast, homes are really extremely well priced, if not in some cases overpriced. I don't see the opportunities there as much as elsewhere. Buying a home, I think, for a family, certainly, you know, Latinos are leading the way. I think it is still a good investment and certainly a good opportunity for your family.
Gotcha. Okay, the last question that I have for you is, overall, the economy right now, do you feel good about it?
I do feel good about it, Miguel. I think, you know, while it may be controversial in some circles, I think the economic policies that this administration has initiated 2 years ago has helped expand and prolong the economic benefits for all of us. So no matter what one thinks about the administration, we really want everyone to prosper for as long as possible. The revenues that are being generated and the consumer oriented companies are still showing great revenues and earnings.
Right.
I think the manufacturing sector is a little troubled. There's no question about that. But we have enough consumer power, I think, to continue our economic strength, certainly at the end of this year and into next.
Well, I'm so glad that you said that, because mostly what I hear nowadays is like with the trade war that this is going to be really bad and such. So I'm glad that you feel positive about our situation. Clara, is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I think, again, I would say I'm really delighted to be associated with Freedomworks Foundation. And as their director of senior initiatives, I'll be doing a lot of writing on how our senior population is going to be impacted economically and impacting the politics. But I would say people should not get too wrapped up in the political emotion that's going on. That when you make decisions for your family or for your jobs, I think that there's still a lot of solid economic strength here to make some happy decisions and not get caught up in political karate that's going on.
I agree with you completely. Clara, It's been a pleasure having you with me today. I hope to talk to you again.
Thank you, Miguel. This is our first call, and I'll look forward to the next one.
All right. Thank you very much.